Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to my channel. I had planned to put out a specific video following the one I'd put out on Tuesday called She Left Him For Her. But what seemed to have happened is that I got some really great feedback from that video and I decided that I'm going to have to do a sort of rebuttal or part 2 to that video, hence my deciding to not put that one out. Well, for those of you who have not seen that video, She Left Him For Her, it was put out last Tuesday, and it is about this man. That was Tuesday the 9th of August 2022. And it is a story about this man who had this girlfriend and they were engaged to be married, and she eventually confessed to him that she was bisexual and she wanted to have introduced women into her love life. And she obviously did not agree, to my understanding, so she left and went and lived with a woman instead. And he was asking me for some advice. Well, part of the advice I had given him was that, not really part of the advice, but one of the things I put in as a snide remark, I had said that if I was in that situation and I had a bisexual woman and she came to me and told me that she liked girls and she wanted to play with girls along with myself, I would say, find a girl, bring her in. And I said that, which in all frankness is what I personally would have done. I would have allowed her to go out there. I would say, bring her come. You understand me? The more the merrier. Fine. You're fine too. Bring them come. Fine. I'm good. Yeah? Well, which is a typical man thing. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. What happened was that a friend of mine, a good friend of mine who I've known maybe close to 20 years, saw the video. And when he went through it, he called me the night. I put the video out the morning. He called me the night and he said, Brethren, what kind of thing that you tell a woman for do? What I mean, why you tell a man say he must find a girl? If him lady find a girl, she must bring her in. No, brethren, you can't tell people that. He said, well, I should not go out and tell people to bring I shouldn't even think of bringing another woman into the sex life, into my sex life. No man should supposed to do that because it will go wrong. And he said that he has actually had the experience. It's somebody I know good. So he shared his experience with me. And I'm going to tell you what he said and what this video is really about. He said, well, he had this girlfriend. They weren't married yet, but they were in a very steady and a very committed relationship. But she eventually confessed to him that she was bi-curious. In other words, she wanted to experience girl contact and introduce women into their love life. And he was quite happy because he think boy him jackpot come in, because he had always had this fantasy of having a threesome. So what happened is that now they said, all right, you go out there, find somebody, bring her come, fine. I don't have a problem with that. Because him think of him lucky day. Anyway, his wife, advertised. And they've actually found somebody. They're right here in Jamaica. They advertised. The wife vetted the girl and find her, and that person eventually came over to their flat. At the time, they had no kids, and they lived alone, and this person came over. When that female came over, I refer to her as female, when that female came over, they end up, she knew what she was there for. They got down to business at some stage of the evening of the visit. And he said, yes, it went well because he was able to see the girl contact and he was able to partake of some of what she had to offer. he said that yes, and over the next series of weeks or several weeks, that person kept coming back and back. They saw each other maybe once or twice a week. And what seemed to have happened now was that he realized that the more this person visited, is the less contact he was having with her. It started out there for the first time. He was able to fully partake of what she had to offer in every way, shape, and form. But as time went on and more encounters happened, he was partaking less. She wasn't allowing him to partake as much. And as time goes by, it got less and less to the point where it reached a stage now where this person was totally occupied with his wife and not him. And till he was unable to even touch that person at all. Just he could only touch his wife. So they were both now partaking of his wife, but he wasn't able to partake of her. So eventually now, it goes on. But him say at first it didn't bother him too much because he loved his wife, and it's not that he had a problem with being with her. But he said what he noticed, and then again he said that one of the things that girl contact to him was fine. So the girl contact now, he found that exciting in and of itself. So he didn't necessarily creating a big deal out of him not be able to partake of what this visitor had to offer. You understand me? But he said things took a weird turn when he realized that as weeks went by, this person seemed to be competing with him in several ways. This person, he said, for example, he gave an example where he said if there's anything in the house to do that needed a hammer or a screwdriver or a pliers, if he don't look about it same time, he would hear that person would come over during the course of the day and just fix it. You understand? And he says that if he bought his wife something, eventually in a day or two, that person would come and buy the wife something either bigger or better or more expensive. And he says eventually now that got him kind of, wanting to know what was going on, because he's now beginning to feel that he's in competition with this person for the love of his partner. Well, it so happened that when things really got to him now was when the girl introduced King Kong into the bedroom. Oh, what I mean by King Kong? Let me tell you. The girl, this person who come into their relationship now, she eventually bring in a big strap-on dildo. And this strap-on was like, he said, it was like 12 inches tall and it was hefty. I mean, it had not much length, but width. And he says that this lady would be going to the bedroom where and his wife is, and this person would strap down his wife good and properly. Yes, and he said his wife was being brutalized with this instrument, because that person who come to the bedroom, she actually strapped that thing on and really was brutalizing his wife. And he said, he said that he could not compete with this thing because, I mean, he doesn't have that size, even though he says he was above average, but nowhere near that. And two, he couldn't last as long because after about 10-15 minutes max, the man is going to reach a climax. And when he reaches a climax, he goes flaccid, so he can't go no further. But he said this person not only put that thing on, was brutalizing his lady, but she could do so for an hour or two until she get exhausted, then she would stop. But so basically, this person could go on like Energizer Bunny, and he was just standing by looking on. So he realized that now that there was nothing in it for him. But surprisingly, he said that while this lady was trapping up his wife properly and brutalizing her with this strap on. He said she was enjoying, his wife was enjoying every moment of it. Yes, she was enjoying it. But he realized that, hey, me nah nothing get nothing out of this. Me I just and look at this has got to stop. Because he realized that he could never compete with this person. So he says that afterwards, he looked at his wife, after this specific encounter, he looked at his wife and he said, listen, this has got to stop. If we continue like this, our relationship is not going to last because this person is in competition with me. So if you love me, make a choice. We need to start afresh without this individual and start our lives afresh and recommit to each other and stay together. So what do you want to do? I mean, well, his wife said to him, yeah, well, all right, yes, if I'm kind of enjoying it, but here's the thing now. If you're not getting anything out of it, then I don't see the point of me keep trying to get something out of it, because at the end of the day, I love you. I don't want to have any really committed relationship with any woman. I was just bi-curious. I've now satisfied my curiosity. It was good while it lasted. Now I'm prepared to go forward with you. So let's get rid of her. So they both agreed. Well, they decided to quit this person. It was a mutual decision. And they quit that person. But it was like a hell getting that person away from his lady. They had to even get the police involved. Well, I won't go too deeply into that. But yes, it went that far. You understand me? And he was telling me now, by relating his story to me, he said, listen, tell your readers, tell your fans and your supporters and your subscribers not to make that mistake. Because this is what it had led to. And if I didn't have a woman who really loved me, she would have been gone. She would have been totally sucked away by this person and really brutalized well out of my league. So hear what? Tell them, be responsible. And I said, okay, fine. All right, I agree with him in a sense. But I don't agree with him in a sense. Here's what I agree with. If a man have a wife, our girlfriend, and she decides that she becomes bi-curious and want to know how the other side, and you're a man who wants to go with it, I would say yes, go with it. But here is the thing. Choose wisely. This couple did not bring a woman into their lives. This individual who they brought in was in for all practical purposes a man. And you can't bring a man into a heterosexual relationship and expect your marriage to work. The other man is going to compete. Let me tell you why. You see, this person was not a woman in the strictest sense. Because, you see, being a woman, it takes the spiritual, physical, and emotional. You understand me? And all those three, and psychological. So all those four elements have to be in sync for you to be of a specific gender. But so this person walk like a man, talk like a man, had the countenance of a man, had the outlook of a man, had the behavior of a man, think like a man and everything, but had a vagina. This wasn't a man. This was a man, this wasn't a woman. This was a man with a vagina. And a man with a vagina is not the type of person you would want to enter, if you're a man, to enter into to bring that into your house. This is this type of person, that's a man. Don't bring a man. A man will always try to compete with another man for a woman, especially when they get a good piece of kitten. Trust me. He's going to compete with you. He's going to try to break your foot. He's going to try and take away your woman. Full stop. He's going to do everything. That was why you say this person, what they're competing with him in all way. He is trying to say, listen, I'm going to spend more money. I'm going to do things better. And I'm going to sex you much better than him. I'm going to do everything to let you see that I'm more of a man than the man you are with. Because she is in fact a man. The first time that she went to the house and she let him partake of her body, believe me, it was just to set him at ease. Because basically, She is a heterosexual man with a vagina. In other words, is a straight man. You see, those touch the first time you went to that house, she came to your house and you touched her. Believe me, she felt icky. She felt disgusted. Because, first of all, she doesn't want a man's hand on her in any way, shape, or form. But she accommodated you that first time because it was the first encounter and she wanted to set you at ease. And as the time went on and more encounters happened, you see that she kind of start letting you do less and less until she don't make you touch her no at all because she didn't want you to touch her in the first place because she's not a she, she's a he with a vagina. You understand me? So that's how they are. Here's what you need to go for. Next time you go for a lipstick lesbian. Now, a lipstick lesbian is a person who is comfortable with men, who is comfortable having sex with men. She has her own life. She wants to be married and settle down and live with a man, but she has this curiosity where she has this other side of her sexuality where she wants to explore elsewhere. Now, a girl like that coming into your life as a female, she is not going to compete with you because she is a female. So she's in no competition with you. When you have her there, it's like having two ice cream. You're the man, you're the cock of the walk, if I may say that term, no pun intended, and you will have two women in your bed, not another man with a vagina, plus you as a man with a penis, sexing your woman. You're not getting nothing out of it. Now, when you have two ladies, because both of them, lipstick lesbians tend to be very submissive. They're submissive. They will do everything to you that your wife has been doing to you. They will lay themselves careless and let you do what you want to each of them. Right? So you will have the best of both worlds. So the mistake you make, my brethren, was that you let in a man with a vagina into your bedroom. So that's the mistake you make. So next time, all I'm saying, vet the person carefully. If anybody, man, people out there who are listening, do not let a man with a vagina into the bedroom. And you will know them from you see them. Them look like man, them act like man, them talk like man, them dress like man. They are in every essence a man. And the thing with this man, when that man with a vagina, when she comes into your house and see your woman, he actually hates you, you know. Because here's why he hates you. He envies you because you have a penis and he does not. And therefore, there will be a deep resentment they're going through where he will try to prove to your woman that, listen, I may not have a penis, but I'm a better man, or I'm more of a man than your man. You understand me? So just be careful and take a lipstick lesbian, one who is totally feminine in every sense of the word. Because one thing you see about the feminine lesbians, they do not want they rarely ever maintain a relationship with a woman or go steady with a woman. And if they do, it's rarely for long term. Because they're normally bi and they will want not just the pums, they want the rooster also. So that's just what I'm saying. That's a mistake you made, my friend. Don't make that mistake next time. So yes, you want to do that thing. No, this is my disclaimer, and I'm not sending anybody out there to do anything that they don't want to do. I'm just saying this is the way not to make the mistake. Because I know this will help a lot of men, because there's a lot of men out there who thinks of doing this, but they might go about it the wrong way and get hurt. So this is the way not to get hurt. Make sure it's a woman. You understand me? And if you want certain pointers, get back to me in the comment section and I will answer questions, because there's a whole lot more to this that I could say. All right. Now, guys, I wanted to like this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And please hit the notification bell so you can get further videos from me as they come up hot off the press. Thank you for listening, and see you in my next video.